Hi friends, good morning to all of you guys. If you came to our YouTube channel for the first time, please make sure to subscribe our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit bell icon so that you get the notifications of our all SAP MM videos. So if you like our efforts, if you like my lectures, please make sure to like that video. So in that video, in that lecture, we will discuss configuration of PO and PR, and we will discuss all the concepts in SAP S4 HANA latest version, S4 HANA 2023. So first of all, like configuration of a PO and PR. So what's the business requirement for configuration of PO and PR? So, like, let's suppose your client is coming, your SAP MM consultant, he's coming, he is saying, like, I just want to see list of my import purchase order separately, and I also just want to see list of domestic purchase orders separately. So, how you can configure that, and how you can just fulfill that business requirement of your client? So, we will discuss with the help of a configuration of a PO. So first of all, business requirement. As interviewer can ask you, what's the business requirement? Why we are doing that? So you should know like how to answer that. So I have mentioned that also in notes. The client want to see the list of POs separately for domestic and import, right? And we will fulfill the requirement by doing configuration in SPR. Uh, all functional consultant use to do all the configuration in SPRO in implementation guide, right? So first of all, configuration of PO. First of all, we will discuss configuration of a POs. Then we will discuss configuration of a PR. Almost procedure and steps are same, but we will discuss later on, right? So as per the client requirement, we will configure the domestic POs and import POs separately with separate number ranges. So we will do this in two step. That's the algorithm for that. We will do that in two step. First step is to configure the number range. So step one is configure. Step one is to configure configuration of a number ranges. So how we will do that? That's a path. That's the path. You can see here. So that's the path. Yeah. So let me take you to SAP screen. We have discussed what's the business requirement for that. Now we will start doing configuration. So let me take you to SAP sandbox S4 HANA 2023. Just give your user ID and password and hit enter. Now what we will do? We will go in SPRO as we used to do all the configuration in SPRO IMG. Can anyone tell me what's the full form of IMG? Anyone? Just like write it down in the comment section. What's the full form of IMG? Yeah. So full form for IMG is implementation guide, right? So we will just double click here. We will go in material management node. Here we will go in purchasing node, and here we will go in purchase order node, right? And here we will go in define number ranges for purchasing document. So we will just execute that, and here you can see intervals, interval, and NR status. So first of all, we will just go in intervals, okay? And we can also see the intervals here, like how many intervals are there already. So we can't take the same interval that already available, right? So what we will do, we will take, okay, so I will just go in intervals, and here I will just go to insert line, this icon, just click here, and I will give the number range number as domestic ND, and from number range I will take from number range I will try this number range. So hit enter. You can take any number range. That must not be available. That number range must not be overlap. Otherwise, you can take any number range, right? So we are just trying this number range. Let me try. Is that possible or not? Yeah, I can take because that's number range is not available in the system. Okay. So I will like if you are using our server, I will just pin the number ranges that you can use, right? And one more thing, just notice here, I just gave the number range number, I just gave from number range to number range, NR status 0. So NR status 0 means in future if I just want to change the number range, I can change. If it's not 0, I can't change. So just see here, just observe here that checkbox external checkbox is not checkmark. If it is checkmark like this case b1, then it will be a external number range, but right now it's not checkmark, so it will be a internal number range, right? Now it will be internal number range, so we are just configuring number ranges for internal number range, so make sure it should not be checkmark. So let me mention that note in notes, and where you will find my notes in description box. I will just attach the notes, right? So you can download from there. A drive link I will attach. So yeah, let me take a snip. So yeah, make sure make sure it must not be check marked. Okay, and NR status just take 0, and you can take a number range number like that. You can take alphanumeric here. So yeah, here already I have mentioned. Okay, I have already mentioned that in the notes. So what I will do, we will just create a number range, hit enter and save. Yes. So we just configured a number range and D, right? Let me note that in my notepad also. So from this number range, I'm just taking from this number range to this number range. So I'm just copying that in my notepad for my future reference, right? So just copy from here. Okay, and I just took a number range as and D. Okay, so my first step done. Now what I will do? Now what I will do? I will create one more number range. Okay, that's I just took that for a domestic purchase order, and if I just want to take for import, I will take a different number range. So let me take that also. So I will just go again in new entries, insert line. Here you can see insert line. So just click here, and here I will give an I for import procurement. So I will give the number range 200 to 299. Right, that must not be check mark because we are just taking internal number range. Hit enter and save. So we just created two number ranges, one ND, another NI, you can see here. So we have created this one also. So let me save that in notepad, right? NI. So from here to 299, right? Now my first step completed. Now what I will do? Now I will define the document type. So how I'm going to define the document type? Let me show you. That's the second step. Step second. Configuration of a document type. So before starting that, can anyone answer what is the document type for standard document type for purchase order and purchase requisition? Just answer that in comment section. What is standard document type for purchase order and purchase requisition? Okay, just answer that in comment section. So what I will do, yeah, let me tell you. Document type for purchase requisition and purchase order is NB, right? So what I will do, I will again go in SPRO. Path is also mentioned in my notes. That's a path, you can see. So that's a path. So we will go in SPRO, IMG. Just go in material management node. Go to purchasing node. Just navigate to purchase order. So you can see here. And just go in define document type for purchase order. So just execute that. Yeah. And just go in position and just type NB here. So you can see NB is a standard PO document type. So NB is a standard PO document type. How do you know that? Let me show you in ME21 screen, ME21N screen. So you can see whenever we just try to create a purchase order, and that's the standard PO, you can see NB for standard PO. NB for standard PO. So NB is a standard document type. So whatever document type we are going to configure, we will see here. Later on we will see here, right? So this is a standard one. Otherwise, like this also configured by some student, like that. This also configured by some student. This also configured by some student. So once you will configure, you can also see your document type, whatever you have configured for import procurement and domestic procurement. So let me take you again to that screen, SPRO. Yeah. So we will just go in position. We will just write NB here, as NB is a standard document type for purchase order. So just click NB and just you can see icon here, copy as. So just click copy as, and here whatever document type you want to give for domestic vendor, you can give for domestic procurement, sorry. So whatever document type you just want to give for domestic procurement, you can give. So I'm just giving D and B for my domestic procurement, and I will also write a description as a domestic PO, right? And here what I will do, here I will not change this, right? Item number interval, it will be same, but I will just say change the number range interval. Okay, so number range interval, whatever I have configured, I will just give that. So I just configured number range interval ND for my domestic procurement. You can see I have also saved, I have saved that in notepad, you can see Andy, this number range I have configured Andy for my domestic procurement. So what I will do, I right now I'm doing, I am configuring like document type for domestic procurement, that's a DNV, and I'm also assigning the number range with that. So number range, internal number range, I'm going to assign whatever I have configured, okay, in step 1. So I will just take, what's the number range, uh, D and D, I guess. Let me check. Yeah, it's Andy. So, and make sure that external number range must be blank, because we are just configuring for the internal number range. We just configure number range for internal number range and the number range interval for internal number range. So we will just keep that blank, and rest we will not change from the standard one. As it is we will take, we will just assign our number range whatever we have configured for domestic procurement, and we will just give our document type, then hit enter, copy all. Yes, it's done. Okay, so just select that and save. So first I have to create a customizing request, okay, because I didn't created that. So if you have already created, you need not to create that again. So I will just take SAP class, save. Yes, so that's data is saved, right? Now if I just want to create a purchase order, if I just want to create a purchase order, what we will do, from here we are going to select the document type. So let's see, your document type will also visible here. So I guess that's a DNB now. So DNB, here you can see domestic PO DNB. So once I will click domestic PO, I just need to give my details. So let me take my purchase order. Yeah, so reference it's okay. So what we will do, we will try to check this. Okay, what I will do now, I will create a purchase order manually. So let me take that in notepad, my material, all this data. This is my material, and my vendor is this one. This one is my vendor, and purchase org IO00 and IE10. Okay, let me create again. So purchase group I will take, and my vendor I will just take this. This is my supplier. So I will just give my details. You can give your details, whatever you have configured in the system. So material is this one. quantity 100 I'm taking, net price also 100, and I is 0. Currency, it's a euro. Let me check. I guess that's a USD. Let me check once. Currency, enter supplier. Okay, net price must be greater than 0. Okay, so supplier is test 01. Let me check what was my currency that I have created. Let me check. For my company code, what's the currency that I have maintained? So let me check to my purchase order. So from here I can see my list of my purchase order. We have discussed that already. So from here we can see our list of purchase order. So let me see what mistake I'm doing. Like I guess I'm taking a different currency. So let me check that. So supplier is fine, material fine, currency right. Just see here, currency is EUR. So let me again create that. So EUR. Okay. So quantity, currency, net price, currency is EUR. Fine. So plant is okay. Now I will try to create. Net price must be greater than 0. Still it's showing. Net price we have already mentioned. Okay, let me try in condition tab. Okay, PBXX. Enter supplier. Let me check my supplier. Slash OMKVZ. That's fine. Test PP supplier test 01. Now it's fine. So now I can create a purchase order. So what mistake we were doing? We were not taking, we were not maintaining the pricing procedures here. And supplier I was not mentioning here. So we will discuss that what is pricing procedure and how we configure the pricing procedure in upcoming lectures. We will discuss. Right now we are just discussing configuration of a PO and PR, right? So now check and you will see. You will see. So here you can see DNB domestic PO is there. So once I will save, yes, once I will save, you can see system, what system is saying, domestic PO created under the number this. So purchase order number is this and system is saying domestic PO this time. Otherwise the system used to say, after creation of a purchase order, system used to say standard PO created, right? So if you can observe one more point here, just observe guys, just observe guys, this is the domestic PO created this. So that's the this number range. So whatever number range I have configured, this number range will come automatically, because we have configured now, we have configured the number range for that, and we have assigned that for ND. We have just configured the document type and we have just configured a number range and we have assigned both, right? Let me try to create one more purchase order. So this time I will just create with reference of another purchase order. So I will just go in selection variant, I will just go in my purchase order. So if I will just create with reference with this latest purchase order, you can see once save, you can see now the system have created a new purchase order with this number, So let me show you that in notepad also. Just see here, just observe guys. First PO created, a domestic PO created with this number and another PO created with this document number, right? So that's in this number range because we have configured that, okay, for domestic PO. I guess it's clear to you guys. Same like that we can configure for purchase requisition. The same steps are there. So just go in SPRO, just go in IMG implementation guide, and here if you will just go in this node material management, first you just need to go in purchasing. So just go in material management, where it is, yeah, here it is. So material management is there and purchasing node is there. So just go in purchase order node, right? So here we just configured, we just done configuration for purchase order. If I just want to configure, I just want to do configuration for purchase requisition, I will just go in this node purchase requisition and steps are exactly same. First we will go to define number ranges. First we will go to define number ranges in purchase requisition, then we will just go in define document type, exactly same like we have done for purchase order. Here you can see define number ranges for purchase requisition. So first we will go and define a number range. We will just give a number range, and then we will just give the number range. After that exactly same step will be there, same like define document type for purchase requisition. So just execute here, right? And just go in position tab, just give your document type. So as I have mentioned earlier, document type for purchase requisition and purchase order both are same, that's NB. So you just need to select that, just need to copy that, and like we have configured for purchase order, you can configure for purchase requisition. Steps will be exactly same, right? And then if you will go in ME51N purchase requisition, right, and you can select from here whatever you will configure, you can select from here. NB is a standard document type for purchase requisition. I guess guys it's clear to you. And notes I will just notes will be available in a description box. There will be link, you can just click there and you can view the notes and you can also download from there, right? So that's today's lecture. If you have any doubt regarding this configuration of a purchase order and purchase requisition, you can ask in comment section. I will definitely answer that. Right? And thank you guys to stay until last, and make sure to like this video. This is a source of motivation for us. So now we will discuss in next lecture we will discuss how, like, number of ways to create a purchase order. So we will discuss that in next lecture. So bye guys, take care, see you soon.